Afternoon and welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP or Situation Report here at TGO. That's Top Gun Options. I'm Wiz, Matthew Buckley, and man, what a whipsaw. It's not even lunchtime yet. What a whipsaw day in the market. We're going to get to some of the reasons for the whipsaw, but in the journal today, China seeks to woo U.S. with promise of big chip purchases. So the talks from all these published reports remain deadlocked as Beijing refuses to eliminate coerced technology transfers or government subsidies to Chinese companies. That is this is the biggest sticking point, folks. That's why, during this whole leading up to this meeting in China, everybody's saying, hey, we're going to get some sort of deal done. Really, that's the biggest thing to the president. It's, subsidizing Chinese companies just gives them an unfair advantage. And obviously, they steal anything that isn't nailed down. So we saw the futures pop and drop. Larry Kudlow, the market whisperer, was out there this morning saying, hey, things are looking great. And then Bloomberg reported that we're not even close. And there are some huge issues remaining. So we kind of had this Kudlow bounce this morning that faded when Bloomberg reported that they're far apart on trade. Where's the truth, folks? Threaded somewhere right up the middle. We're going to get some sort of trade deal done. My biggest issue is the enforcement mechanism, right? If we find out they are still stealing our intellectual property or they still are subsidizing, companies, what are we going to do? Do we get back into a trade war, or do we just kind of ignore what's going on? So this is interesting. I think the bigger issue today is the retail sales. Check this out. Right here, core retail sales at negative 1.8, and the previous month was revised down, and regular retail sales negative 1.2. I haven't seen retail sales numbers this bad since 2009, a decade ago. Measure of purchases at stores, restaurants, and online declined a seasonally adjusted 1.2% from a month earlier. So this is so bad. I think Larry Kudlow actually said it's a glitch, that there's no way the data are correct with this. It's a mistake. Okay, so so you have this, one of the president's chief economic advisors saying, yeah, this is a bad print. That's pretty crazy to see this guy out on TV saying, yeah, didn't he see this number before? Or if he thinks it's a glitch or bad data, try and fix it. So kind of a very weird morning from China to retail sales, and just weird. And as you can see, we're bumping, as I predicted, right up against this 200-day moving average on the S&P 500. We have a bull put spread on SDS, that's the ProShares Ultra Short, kind of hanging out right here. If we get a little bit more of a sell-off as the day goes on, or a sell into the close tomorrow, that trade should be looking pretty nice. We're going to talk about that in our 1 o'clock session, our Analyze Your Trade and weekly debrief. Fed Governor Brainerd sees downside risks increasing and says the balance sheet runoff from the Federal Reserve should end this year. This didn't help either. So we know that they're kind of sitting on their hands as far as raising interest rates, but the balance sheet reduction, getting rid of all the quantitative easing, all the free money that they just printed and threw into the market, is quantitative tightening, right? So we're going to see a lot of volatility going forward if they keep doing this. So it's really interesting. We're, like I said, we're going to hang underneath this. I believe we're going to get some sort of deal done. I don't think it's going to be what the president wants. He's going to, of course, spin it into a victory no matter what it is. But we're going to, that's one of the biggest overhangs of this market, is this trade deal. If we get something in the coming weeks, I do think President Xi and President Trump are probably going to meet at Mar-a-Lago middle of March. And I think we're going to get a deal done. Something. The guy wants it done. Earlier in the week, the president said, hey, if you guys are close to a deal by March 1st, would you let, kind of the next round of firing slide a little bit? He said, yeah, I could see myself doing that if we're close. So the translation, yeah, he's seriously considering sliding, creating more tariffs or increasing tariffs so he can get a deal done. Going to be interesting. Next couple of weeks. We're going to be talking at 1 o'clock today about Visa and also what's going on with Amazon. Have some really good looking trades going down range from Brazil to CME, MGM. MGM came out with earnings, good earnings. especially on their China numbers, their Macau numbers. But stock's getting hammered today. That's way, way, way oversold. This was a sell on the news event, which is fine. Right down here to the middle of the Keltner channel. This is a great opportunity to get into MGM. It's back where it was essentially at the beginning of the year. So we'll talk about all this at 1 o'clock. So make sure you are there. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll be back tomorrow for Friday's market wrap up. We'll see you.